Ready? We're going to talk about some planting I want to do under the Scots pine. Now, as it happens, it's under a tree, but it gets plenty of light. So it's light, but it's very dry because the Scots pine takes a lot away. But it's a good position. Now, I wanted something that was silver. I looked at this plant here, Perovskia, which is good. Blue flowers in late summer, autumn. Put a lot of it in. Cut it back in the spring. I looked at this plant here, which is Kniphofia caulescens, and we already have it here. It's a very good red hot poker. Most red hot pokers have poor foliage, but this has good foliage. That's the difference. It looks like a yucca. Now, as you can see, we have the Persicaria Bine here, and we forgot to cut back last year's dead flower heads, and it's a little bit untidy. The problem now is if we were to cut them back, we would also cut back the new ones that are starting to come through. So you can be a lazy gardener, but not that lazy of a gardener. A little bit lazy gardener. We looked at, so anyway, oh yeah, one more plant. I stuck this in here. You don't see it in the trade very much. It's a tree lupin. Lupinus arboreus, tree lupin, and what it likes is very dry conditions and very sunny conditions. And this is facing due south and have the pine trees behind. We're taking all the water out, and it's looking really well. Just about to burst into flower. So it's a shrub. It's not a tree lupin, that's what they call it. It's a shrubby lupin rather than a herbaceous lupin. But I think it's from Texas. Very nice. A perfect spot for it. Just lucky. So we decided, we tried this one, nah. We looked at that one, no, because it's over there. We looked at the Tulbaghia, and we decided we wanted something more silvery. This is related to garlic. Tulbaghia, garlic is allium, and it smells like an onion, sort of stinky onion. The advantage of Tulbaghia over allium is that it repeat flowers. It flowers continuously to the whole summer. Well worth having. And we looked at Liatris. The thing about Liatris is it has a pink flower. It's actually a member of the daisy family. Wouldn't think it. It looks more lily-like. It doesn't work if you have one or two. You have to have at least, I'd say at least 8 or 10. When you look and when it's en masse, it looks really good. But when it's on, it's a bit insipid. Well, anyway, we decided to plant the curry plant, Helichrysum. It's very silvery. Not normally used for decorative purpose in the garden. It's often used for more in herb gardens. So I'm not sure you can actually eat it, but it does smell very strongly of curry. It's a member of the daisy family and it's yellow flowers. But I remember years ago planting it in a very dry spot, and it was so dry that very little else would grow. But it loved it, and it actually, because it was so dry, it became more silvery. It was actually better. It actually shone out from the soil. So the problem is, I've only 5, and I think I'd want maybe 10. So I rang my supplier, can he send me some more to the garden centre, but at least 5 for me. So anyway, that's going to go here. We'll plant one just to see what the ground is like. Remove the bark. Oh, look what we have here. Can you get in there, David? Oh, I don't like doing this. No, it's an ant colony. You see all the little eggs and stuff. Oh, what will we do? I don't want to interfere with the ants. I like ants. They're like humans. They're always sort of busying themselves, going this way and that way, and they sort of, at the end of it all, nothing seems to happen like humans as well. So I don't know what to do. Well, we'll go over here. Chance here. See, when the ants are busying themselves, going from A to B, they probably think they're doing important stuff, same as humans when they're going up and down the motorway. They think they're doing important stuff. Oh, I get bitten by an ant. And I deserve it too, interfering with their home. By right, I'd like to put that there, but it'll be okay here, it'll grow over. The ants might give me forgiveness. And we plant one more. Once again, remove the bark. Come in here. Got two. Maybe three, come out a bit. 3, 4, 5. I'll plant one more. It won't go any closer to the tree. And we get in below the organic layer into the mineral soil. Now, funnily enough, this is important. Actually, you can see the flower buds there. Even though these like very dry conditions, it might sound sort of counterintuitive. You need loads of water to get established. And funnily enough, plants that often like very dry conditions can suffer really worse than plants that grow in wetter conditions like hostas. Because in nature they would have a very extensive root system to start with, and we have it in a little small root system. So it takes a while for it to get out, to get its roots out. So water it very well. And when that locks into the soil, it'll never ever need to be watered again. So there we go. The rest of this video, pink against silver. We're going to try this Scabiosa. It's called pink mist. The Scabiosa are very easy. They repeat flowering. They flower for the entire summer. They have a little tendency towards mildew, but particularly in dry spots, but they have to be in dry spots. But we're going to chance it. But we're going to see can we get more of these, and then we'll put the Scabiosas here. You can see how nice a contrast they're going to make. That lovely contrast. And foliage contrast as well, just different foliage. So they're going to go here. And we'll just have a quick look at the plants that are here already. We have Helleborus fotidus. It's a Helleborus that likes shady conditions. Has to be dry. That particular Helleborus, it will grow in absolute bone dry conditions. And here's another plant, Astelia. Astelia has to be in bone dry conditions. It will grow in shade, but it has to be bone dry. Very, very good for that. And then we just have some ferns, Polystichum. And look at that gorgeous Dryopteris making its way up. A few granny's bonnets, Aquilegias. And in the background we have Snowball tree, also native to Ireland. And on the far side, look at this here. We did a video about, what was it, David, about 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago? this was cut to the ground. Pampas, look at it already. It's gone strongly. So there's nothing here. It looks a bit bare, but that Pampas is going to go cover all of this. So there's no need to plant there. Let me see what else. That's what I think. Yeah, okay. We'll just have a quick look at what went wrong over here. Now, I planted Heleniums here. I did a video of it, and I planted. They came from two different batches. And then when they came up, one batch was like this, nice and big. The second batch, tiny. So what did we do? All mixed up. So what I did is I lifted the bigger ones and put them behind, and I put the smaller ones to the front. And they're the same variety, so I think in the fullness of time they will even out. If necessary, I put these back a little bit just to even them up. And that's what you have to do when you're gardening. Little things that you don't expect happen. I don't know why that happened. It was the same supplier. Anyway, that's what we did with the Heleniums. We had fennel here. Fennel here. We planted a load of fennel there. They got root rot. I've never seen root rot in fennel, but I had to get rid and throw it out. And we planted some sanguisorba, some pink sanguisorba. Now it's called pink tanna. I don't know. I've never planted this plant before. I don't know whether it will flop or not, or whether it will be shaded by the Heleniums, and whether the pink will go in with the harsh yellowishness of the Helenium. But that's the great thing about gardening. You plant stuff, and often the stuff that you think is going to do really well, the stuff, oh, this is going to be perfect, doesn't work out that well at all. Where the stuff you plant that you think, oh, this is not going to work, turns out the best, and you say to people, oh yeah, I knew what I was doing. But you don't. That's the thing about gardening. It's a bit like life, that the stuff that you put the most into and you put the most thought into, and you often works out less good than the stuff that you just throw together. Well, just two more things. After we did the video, and I'm a bit breathless, I decided to plant that gower there. I found a bit of a rock. That's what I dug out. I'm wrecked. But the other thing, just an interesting point, this is a willow herb weed, Epilobium. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's from North America, but everyone has it in their garden. It grows about maybe this height. And look at it over here. That's the same weed. And why is it so big? I don't use fertilizer. And the reason why is this pine tree was removed about 3 years ago. It was leaning over towards the building there, so we took it out, and it's at this stage it's starting to decay, and it's releasing loads of nutrients. And that's the reason the willow herb is that size. Not earth-shattering, but it's interesting to know.